Assalamualaikum and hi Dr. Mukris. My name is Nurul Syifaa binti AHMAD KAMAL and my matrix number is 286158. Today I will be presenting my research on consumer preferences towards fast food theory, perceptions of UUM students. In my research, I will explore the factors that influence UUM students' preferences for fast food. The fast food industry has become a global phenomenon, offering quick and affordable meal options. Its growth is driven by factors like busy lifestyles, increased workforce participation, and convenience. Despite known health risks, fast food continues to thrive, highlighting consumers' desire for convenience, affordability, and taste. The majority of research on fast food preferences is conducted in Western contexts, creating a gap in understanding Asian preferences where consumption is rising. This study aims to bridge that gap by investigating the drivers of fast food preference among students at UUM, offering valuable insights into consumer profiles. The fast food sector, vulnerable to disease outbreaks, faced challenges during COVID-19, impacting revenue, brand and demand shift. Technological advancement helped the industry survive with improved customer satisfaction rates. Research indicates that a significant percentage of Malaysian students consume fast food, often falling short of recommended nutritional intakes. Factors like hectic schedules, limited time for meal preparation, and the convenience of fast food contribute to its popularity. A survey from Statista shows Malaysians consume fast food around 2 to 3 times per week on average during 2016 to 2018. The total number of fast food restaurants in Malaysia has been steadily increasing, with a forecasted growth rate through 2026. In conclusion, the fast food industry is a dynamic and competitive global force with significant implications for consumer health and the economy. The research provides insights that not only contribute to academic knowledge but also offers practical guidance for the strategic management of the fast food industry. Fast food has become a commonplace dietary choice among university students due to its convenience, affordability, and diverse flavors. According to Habib et al. 2011, a staggering 73.3% of Malaysian university students indulge in fast food at least once a week, with McDonald's emerging as the most popular brand. While fast food popularity is understandable, it raises concerns regarding potential health issues associated with excessive consumption, such as obesity, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. To address this issue effectively, it is crucial to understand the factors influencing fast food preferences among undergraduate students at UUM. We aim to explore their income levels, price sensitivity, utility levels with fast foods, and brand preferences to gain insights into their decision-making processes. Examining the impact of rising food costs on their choices is particularly vital, considering budget constraints that may influence their consumption habits. Failure to address these factors could lead to unhealthy eating choices, posing risks to the general health and well-being of the students. Moreover, an increase in fast food spending may adversely affect on-campus cafeteria and club management, underlining the need to understand and address these factors. Many characteristics of university students' food preferences remain unknown. The complex relationship between food preferences and cultural background needs further exploration. Additionally, factors such as mood, hunger level, health status, socioeconomic position, and consumer perception influenced by brand image are unexplored aspects influencing students' food choices. This lack of comprehensive understanding creates a significant research gap that we aim to address in our study. Our objective is to shed light on the intricate factors that influence fast food consumption among UUM undergraduate students, paving the way for informed interventions and solutions. Now that I have identified the problem and the need for a comprehensive understanding of factors influencing fast food consumption among UUM undergraduate students, let's delve into the research questions that will guide my study. The first question I aim to address is what are the demographic characteristics of UUM students? Now, my second question is, do gender differences affect the income allowance factor, price of fast food factor, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students? Question 3 delve into whether differences in the primary source of financial support affect the income allowance factor, price of fast food factors, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students. And lastly is there a significant relationship among the income allowance factor, price of fast food factor, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students? As I delve into the specifics of my research, let's outline the objective that guide my investigation into consumer preferences for fast food among UUM students. The overarching goal of my research is to investigate the consumer preferences for fast food among UUM students. My first specific objective is to examine the demographic characteristics of UUM students. The second objective is to examine whether gender affects the income allowance factor, price of fast food factors, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students. My third objective is to examine whether different primary sources of financial support affect income allowance factor, price of fast food factor, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students. And lastly is to examine the significant relationship among the income allowance factor, price of fast food factor, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast food consumption among UUM students. Building on the foundation laid in the previous chapter, our study seeks to investigate the consumer preferences for fast food among UUM students. To enhance our understanding, let's delve into the theoretical reviews that provide the conceptual framework for our research. The theory of consumer preferences revolves around the ranking or orderings people give to various products based on perceived utility. This theory rests on three key assumptions, which is completeness, transitivity, and non-satiation. Understanding these preferences is critical in predicting behavior, shaping economic policies, and developing effective marketing strategies. Moving forward, let's explore the theory of demand. The theory of demand serves as a fundamental framework for modeling consumer purchase decisions based on factors such as price, income, taste, and related goods price. It is widely applied to fast food consumption studies, with recent research emphasizing the roles of price, income levels, and changing tastes. Now, let's move on to the specific theories addressing income, price, and other influential factors. The theory of income delves into how changes in income affect the quantity demanded. It explains the relationship between income and demand for goods, depicting normal goods, inferior goods, and necessities. Applying this theory to fast food, we recognize that while fast food may exhibit some characteristics of inferior goods at very low incomes, it predominantly aligns with the attributes of normal goods. Empirical studies suggest a positive relationship between income and fast food demand, influenced by factors like time cost and discretionary attributes. Let's proceed to the next influential factor, the theory of price of fast food. The law of demand illustrates the inverse relationship between the price of fast food and the quantity demanded. Lower prices lead to higher demand, and higher prices lead to lower demand. Pricing plays a significant role in college students' fast food choices, with cost being a crucial factor. The importance of pricing tactics in influencing consumer behavior and elastic demand in the fast food industry is evident. The theory of utility forms the bedrock of understanding consumer decision-making, assuming rational maximization of satisfaction derived from goods and services. In the context of fast food, utility theory becomes pivotal as patrons seek to maximize satisfaction based on taste, cost, convenience, and brand experience. Recent studies apply utility theory to decide the intricate drivers of fast food preferences, incorporating personal attitudes, health awareness, and lifestyle factors. Now, let's explore the theory of brand of fast foods. Keller's 1993 theory posits that brand association thrive when there's a strong evaluation of perceived quality, contributing to the development of a positive and distinctive brand image. The establishment of brand image in the Malaysia fast food industry is significantly influenced by the impression of quality. Studies further underline the linkage between perceived quality, brand awareness, and brand association and brand loyalty. Affectionate consumer attitudes are shaped by cognitive constructs like perceived quality, influencing emotional reaction and subsequently attitudinal brand loyalty. The relationship between brand familiarities, awareness, and reputation is emphasized, highlighting the crucial role of brand awareness in consumer decision-making process. Theory empirical. Young customers, often students on a tight budget, prioritize the price of a meal when choosing a fast food restaurant. Income plays a significant role in the decision-making process, with individuals occasionally making purchases without giving much consideration to their financial capacity. The influence of income on food choices is highlighted, with low-income populations are more likely to have imbalanced diet. Moving on to the next factor, let's explore the empirical findings related to the price of fast food. The younger generation prefers fast food chains for social interaction, with pricing and convenience being crucial factors. While pricing affects consumer perception, it may not directly impact purchase intention, as demonstrated in the case of Domino's Pizza. Cost disparities between fast food establishments in the US and other countries highlight the influence of price-conscious consumers, particularly students with limited disposable income. Now, let's delve into the empirical insight regarding the level of utility or satisfaction factor. Customer satisfaction and brand loyalty are closely correlated with the performance of fast food giant McDonald's. The global fast food industry, highly competitive and resilient, has embraced technology advancement, leading to excellent customer satisfaction rates even during the COVID-19 pandemic. The widespread acceptance of fast food has resulted in the emergence of several fast food retail companies globally. Finally, let's explore the empirical findings related to the brand factors of fast foods. Brand trust significantly impacts customer brand loyalty. Customers tend to be loyal to brands that continually meet their expectations, emphasizing the importance of trust in long-lasting connections. Brand loyalty is crucial for business profitability, with recurring customers contributing significantly to revenue. Brand attitude reflects consumers' attitude towards a company's goods and services, influencing purchase intentions, while electronic word of mouth is often linked to brand attitudes. Wong's research suggests limited influence. In conclusion, empirical findings shed light on the intricate dynamics of consumer preferences towards fast food, considering income, price, satisfaction, and brand factors. This insight will guide our investigation into UUM students' preferences and contribute to a comprehensive understanding of the factors influencing their fast food choices. Research design. Type of study. This research adopts a quantitative approach with a descriptive research design. A descriptive study aims to provide an accurate description and profile of consumer preferences and perceptions towards fast food within the target sample. The quantitative design allows for the collection and statistical analysis of data, providing insights into behavioral tendencies related to fast food consumption among UUM students. Now, let's discuss the sources of data for this research. The research utilized both primary and secondary data. Primary data, collected through survey questionnaire, directly addresses the study's objective. Secondary data includes information such as the total population of undergraduate students at UUM, obtained from the Higher Education Authority (HEA). Questionnaires will be distributed to gather relevant data, which will then be assessed to draw conclusions about relationship between variables. Moving forward, Let's explore the unit of analysis for this study. The unit of analysis for this research is at the individual level, where each respondent provides data based on personal preferences, perceptions, and behaviors toward fast food consumption. While the target population encompasses UUM students from various colleges and programs, data will be collected at the individual level to reflect distinct preferences rather than aggregating data at the university level. Next, let's discuss the population frame for this study. The population frame or sampling frame identifies the source from which a sample is drawn. For this study, the population of interest is undergraduate students at UUM in the academic year 2023. The total undergraduate UUM student population is 20,154 as per data from the UUM Academic Affairs Department 2023. Now, let's talk about the sample and sampling techniques employed. The target populations is UUM undergraduate students, totaling 20,154, using Krejci and Morgan's 1970 table. A sample size of 377 is determined for an accurate representation. Due to constraints on time and resources, a convenient sampling technique will be initially used, though not random. This approach allows for the efficient collection of valuable, exploratory data and insights. Questionnaire design. The questionnaire comprises 29 questions organized into 5 sections, which is from Section A to E. Section A captures demographic profiles, while Section B to E delve into variables related to fast food consumption's behaviors and perceptions. Section A, demographic information, gathers responding information such as gender, monthly allowance, faculty, current year of study, and primary source of financial support. And Section B is income factor. Section C is price of fast food factor. Section D is level of utility or satisfaction factor. And lastly, Section E is brand factor of fast food. And the measurement utilize a Likert scale, a 5-point ordinal scale ranging from strongly disagree to strongly agree. 2 parts, which is Section A for demographics and Section B to Section E is with Likert scale questions measuring variables. Instruments, each factor, income, price, utility, and brand includes specific items rated on the Likert scale. Data collection procedures. Primary data collected via questionnaire distributed to UUM students. Google Form utilized for distribution. Out of the total UUM students who received surveys, 200 completed them, yielding a 75.22% response rates. Data analysis techniques. SPSS version 25 employed for data analysis. Techniques includes descriptive analysis, independent sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, and Pearson correlation analysis. I will now present a summary of the demographic profile of the 200 university students respondents survey regarding their fast food consumption habits and preferences. Analyzing this background information allows us to understand the characteristics of the sample population. Looking at gender distribution, a majority were female, making up 82% or 164 students, while 36 students or 18% were male. In terms of monthly allowance, results show a right skew with more students in the higher allowance brackets. The biggest group, 40.5%, received more than 300 per month. 29% got 201 until 300 ringgit, which is 19.5%, obtained 100 to 200, and 11% earned less than 100 per month. Examining faculty representation, a sizable majority of 71% or 142 students were from the College of Business. 36 students or 18% were from the College of Arts and Science. The College of Law, Government and International Studies had the fewest with 22 students or 11%. Regarding current year of study, Year 3 students constituted the largest share with 129 students or 64.5%. This was over 3 times higher than the next category. Year 1 students follow at 14%, then Year 2 at 12.5%, and Year 4 and above at 9%. Finally, in terms of primary financial support source, over half or 54% of students indicated scholarship or grants. 30.5% selected parents as their main support. Much lower numbers got assistance from part-time work at 7% or other sources at 8.5%. In summary, key characteristics of the survey university students are the predominant share are Year 3 female business majors, largely dependent on scholarship and parents to finance their study. Before we delve into the statistics, let's understand the purpose of descriptive analysis. The goal is to transform raw data into meaningful information, providing a snapshot of our respondents' characteristics without making broad conclusions beyond our data set. This includes visual representation through graph and charts as well as key statistics. Our study focuses on 4 key variables: income allowance factor, price of fast food factor, level of utility or satisfaction factor, and brand factor of fast foods. These variables plays a crucial role in understanding the preferences and perceptions of fast food consumption among our respondents. Let's now look at the descriptive statistic presented in Table 4.6. This table provides an overview of the mean scores and standard deviations for each variables based on the analysis of 200 valid respondents. Starting with the mean scores, we observe that for all variables, income allowance factor, price of fast food factors, level of utility or satisfaction factors, and brand factors of fast food, the values range between 3.6883 and 4.0008 on our scale, where 5 indicates high and 3 indicates low. This means score suggests a moderate level of agreement among our respondents. Moving on to standard deviations, which measures the variability in our data. A standard deviation not exceeding 2 is considered acceptable. In our study, the standard deviations range from 0.74551 to 0.82370. These moderate values indicate reasonably consistent responses among our respondents. In summary, our respondents show moderate agreement in their assessment of income, perceptions of fast food pricing, and satisfaction with fast food. The highest standard deviation is observed in the income allowance factor, while the level of utility or satisfaction factor has the lowest standard deviation. Independent sample t-tests were conducted to determine if there were significant differences between male and female university students across the 4 fast food preference factor: income, pricing, utility, and branding. Independent sample t-tests were conducted to determine if there were significant differences between male and female university students across the 4 fast food preferences factors, which is income, price, utility, and brand. Equality of variance was assumed for all variables based on Levin test. The significance level was set at 0.05. For income factor, females had a slightly higher mean score of 3.69 compared to 3.67 for males. However, the difference was not statistically significant with p equals to 0.931. Hence, we do not reject the null hypothesis of no difference. Similarly, the price factor mean was also marginally higher for males at 3.91 versus 3.81 for females. But this variance was again not significant at p equals to 0.490. The null hypothesis cannot be rejected. Next, utility or satisfaction factor scores showed male assessing this higher with a mean of 3.99 compared to 3.89 for females. Nonetheless, p equals to 0.470 denotes this gap is not statistically meaningful either. Lastly, females score branding marginally greater at 4.01 over 3.98 for males. Despite the slightly higher score, p equals to 0.840 makes the difference insignificant, not disproving the null claim. Acrossing all fast food preference determinants, t-test analysis reveals no substantial contrast between male and female students in how they evaluate and perceive factors driving their consumption choices and behavior. In summary, the statistical non-significant differences in means and high p-values show that gender has little discernible effect in explaining variances in fast food preferences among the sample university population. The results indicate that male and female students share common motivational considerations, meaning other factors beyond gender may have more influence in their decision making. One-way ANOVA tests were conducted to determine if there were significant differences in the four fast food preference factors: income, price, utility, and brand, based on students' primary source of financial support. The source of support categories were parents, scholarships, part-time work, and others. The significance level was set at 0.05. For the income factor, the ANOVA test result was not significant with p equals to 0.246 above the 0.05 level. This aligns with past research indicating lifestyle and product attributes predict consumption more than income source. Hence, we do not reject the null hypothesis of no difference. Similarly, results show no significant difference between financial support sources for the price factor with p equals to 0.123. Although backgrounds may influence price sensitivity, this was not seen. The null hypothesis was not rejected. Next, utility and satisfaction ratings did not significantly differ based on funding sources, either as seen from the p-value of 0.125, as taste and convenience may matter more, so the null hypothesis cannot be rejected. Finally, brand also showed an insignificant p-value of 0.399 across groups. Since brands target wide consumer segments, variance by income is unlikely. The null hypothesis should not be rejected. The ANOVA test revealed no substantial differences across financial support sources among students for any of the motivational fast food consumption factors. In summary, the analysis clearly shows primary source of financial support has little explanatory effect on variances in factors driving fast food preferences among the sample university population. This suggests that students face common considerations around income, affordability, pricing, satisfaction, and brand reputation regardless of their funding status when making fast food choices. Pearson correlation tests were conducted between the four identified factors related to fast food consumption preferences: income, price, utility, and brand, to determine if there are significant interrelationships. The correlations range from +1 to -1, with value close to +1, denoting strong positive relationship between variables, pairs, and values near -1, indicating strong negative relationships. Result shows positive correlations between 0.601 to 0.747 across all variables combinations, which are considered reasonably strong relationships in the context of consumer preference studies. The income factor had positive correlations with price R equals to 0.636, utility is R equals to 0.601, and brand equals to R 0.602. As income rises, so does considerations of these other factors. Price and brand factors had the highest intercorrelation at 0.665, suggesting these two drivers are strongly linked for students in forming fast food preferences. The multiple significant positive index values reject the null hypothesis of no relationships between the fast food motivational variables for this student sample. Past studies found supporting evidence of these variables link impacting consumer preferences and choice. In conclusion, the Pearson correlation analysis indicates significant interconnectedness between the income, pricing, utility, and branding factors that shape fast food consumption preferences and frequency among university students. Raising one factor tends to increase consideration of the other factors simultaneously based on the correlations identified. This shows a multivariate relationship underpinning fast food selection by students. As I read my study on fast food consumption among UUM undergraduate students, let's delve into the policy implications, suggestions for future study, and conclude our findings. My study underscores the need for targeting policies to address fast food consumption. One crucial policy recommendation is to promote healthier food options on campus. Collaborating with local farmers, grocery stores, and incorporating nutritious choices into the university meals plan can empower students to make healthier decisions. Education is a powerful tool for behavioral change. We recommend implementing effective nutrition education programs, integrating them into the curriculum, or offering them as extracurricular activities. These programs should highlight the health risks associated with fast food consumption, fostering awareness and informed nutritional decision making. Encouraging home-cooked meals is another viable option. Universities can provide resources like cooking classes, kitchen facilities, and meal planning advice. By emphasizing the benefits of meal preparation, students are more likely to adopt healthier eating habits and gain control over their nutritional choices. Environmental consciousness is crucial. Workshops and seminars can educate students about the environmental impact of fast food production. This awareness may prompt students to make more sustainable food choices, aligning their eating habits with larger environmental concerns. And lastly, social norms plays a pivotal role. Promoting norms that encourage healthy eating habits, such as sharing recipes or hosting group dinners based on whole foods, can establish a supportive environment and foster a wellness culture across campus. Moving forward, there are exciting possibilities for future studies. Researchers can explore the relationship between cultural background and food preferences among university students. Additionally, widening the survey scope to include multiple universities and extending the data collection period can enhance the depth and accuracy of future studies. This study lays a foundation for future researchers. The insight gained can be leveraged to expand the sample size, explore cultural influences, and conduct more in-depth analysis. Future studies can build upon this research to contribute valuable knowledge to the field. In conclusion, our study has successfully achieved its objective. We explore the relationship between fast food consumption and various factors: descriptive analysis, independent sample t-test, one-way ANOVA, and Pearson correlation analysis were employed to investigate the influencing factors. With a total of 200 respondents, our focus on income, price, utility or satisfaction, and brand factors sheds light on the dynamics of fast food consumption among UUM students.